Salutations, one and all! RWBY is freaking back, baby! Huzzah! And this week we got not only an official teaser, but also a clip of the new season. I'm so excited. I am so freaking excited because we actually, are getting some information about what to expect in Volume 9 as Team RWBY has been transported to the Ever After, as in, the happily ever after, which certainly lends some credence to the theory that this whole world is in fact the afterlife, where everybody who lives in Remnant goes when they die, especially because it says they quickly discover it might not be as unknown as they first assume. So, yeah, this means we could see a lot of freaking ghosts here. The ghost of Adam, the ghost of Summer. Oh, God, that'd be so amazing. I mean, Adam is, a very, very contentious character in the RWBY community. I'm seeing a lot of very strong opinions about him, both positive and very, very negative. And I think it'd be so amazing for Blake to get a chance to, have some final words with him, to have some closure with him, because, back in, I think, Volume 7, she was a bit bothered by the fact that she had killed him. She seemed to think there might have been another way, that she and Yang didn't actually have to kill him, and, maybe she's right, maybe she's wrong, but the important thing is she's thinking about that, she's having those thoughts, she has those doubts, and actually confronting Adam in the afterlife might give her a chance to actually, face those thoughts, face those feelings, and overcome all of the horrible trauma that Adam has caused her. And also, RWBY has a freaking pet mouse. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. Seriously, it looks freaking adorable. And if I want to just go, full insane fan theory right here, I'm going to say that mouse is in fact the ghost of Penny. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, even for me, that is like next level crazy, but I think that's going to be the big reveal, 3, 4, 5 episodes into this volume. Just it seems like all hope is lost. The little mouse that RWBY befriended is going to, stand up and use her full maiden powers and reveal herself to be Penny. Okay, probably not, but if I'm right, that would be abso-freaking-lutely amazing. But alright, I've been ranting for quite a while. Let's get into this. Let's actually watch the teaser.
Is the story of a girl.
That is not the usual. Usually it's Salem giving the voice acting speech. Interesting.
Is the story of a girl who had a lot of problems.
Yeah, I mean, RWBY has a lot of problems. I mean, she's probably dealing with quite a bit of PTSD. I don't think she ever actually properly grieved the death of either Pyrrha or her mother, and now she's going to find out that she lost Penny. So, yeah, a lot of problems for her. Also, she's in a
This is the story of a girl.
Mountain of smoke. Is this metaphorical, or is this actually what she's seeing in the Ever After?
Who had a lot of problems. Before she went back home, the girl had a great many questions.
Oh, this is the girl who fell through the world. That's the, fairy tale that's Oscar was talking about. I think Blake read it too, and maybe Cinder. It's been mentioned a few times now. The girl who fell through the world. A lot of people, were theorizing that is a reference to, Alice in Wonderland.
Ponder. After all the lessons.
Okay, yeah, this definitely feels a lot like Alice in Wonderland. Or maybe I am just really high. I'm not, but that's how this makes me feel right now. This definitely doesn't feel like RWBY. Interesting.
She'd learned. And the friends she'd made.
Oh, God, that hurts. Oh, God above, that hurts my soul. Wow, okay, so, yeah, I mean, actually, it's interesting, because Penny's blade, I guess it's one of Penny's swords that RWBY managed to retrieve after she died. I mean, back in Volume 3, after Penny, died the first time, RWBY picked up her weapon and used it in combat until she's able to reclaim her scythe. So maybe she'll actually be able to take this blade and incorporate it into herself, make it part of her own fighting style. That'd be so amazing.
Who had she become?
Yes, there it is. There's a little mouse who I'm relatively certain is in fact Penny. Who had she become? What's happened? Oof. And speaking of Penny, I feel like this is going to be the scene where RWBY finds out that Penny is in fact dead. I mean, that's That's the face of shock and loss right there. That is definitely the face of shock and loss.
Would she still be the same when she went back home?
Yeah, she's not. She's absolutely not going to be. I mean, she's gone through so much pain, so much suffering, so much misery. She's not the same girl that left, oh God, what was even the name of her little island? I can't remember right now. And again, this definitely feels very Alice in Wonderland. I mean, the giant mushrooms are a dead giveaway.
Leaves of the tree rustled, and on the wind...
Okay, that's new. That is a very realistically armored knight. Okay. I kind of wish I hadn't paused there. That kind of terrifies me. That definitely doesn't look like a Grimm, so maybe that's the monster of this world instead.
One more question.
Oh, yeah, Neo is still royally ticked off at RWBY. I mean, she doesn't really have a right to be, but at the same time, Adam was really all she had. So all she can really do at this point is focus on the revenge, put her everything into the revenge, or else, she'll just be swallowed by the grief and pain and misery and loneliness of living in a world without Torchwick. Oh, what was that? I don't know who that would actually be. The clothing is strange. I'm curious about that one. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's definitely feels like a Cheshire Cat right there. So again, Alice in Wonderland. I'm relatively certain that's what they're going for here. And even a dude with a crown, or chick with a crown. Is that the Queen of Hearts then? Okay, again, just so many terrifying, ominous things in this trailer. I freaking love it. Okay, again, another brief flash. Okay, there we... Holy mother of God, that is terrifying. That is actually legitimately terrifying. Okay, I see like a spinal cord there and tree branches covering it. I mean, is this another... like the Hound from last volume? Is this Salem's latest weapon? Is this in fact Summer Rose, who's been turned into a hound? I mean, it seems possible, but I don't know, this seems even less human than the Hound was, so maybe there's something else from Ever After. I'm actually not sure about that. Oh, the mouse is adorable. Oh, I love that mouse. And yeah, there's a fairly good question. I mean, who is RWBY now that she's undergone all this pain? Why is it that she is fighting so hard? What is it she's actually fighting for, for the sake of Remnant? And is it a fight that's even, worth fighting for? Because Salem feels fairly freaking inevitable. I mean, last volume, Oscar blew her up with the force of, the largest bomb that Ironwood could create. And all it did was slow her down for a couple of hours. I mean, RWBY does have the Silver Eyes, which might be effective against her, but probably no more than that bomb was. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot of ways they can actually win this battle. So, why keep fighting? Oh, Weiss is crying a whole lot. I guess, yeah, Weiss was there when Penny died. So, yes, that's her, grieving Penny's loss because she realized it while the rest of Team RWBY is in the dark. Oh, actually, we see them all together there, so... Okay, it seems like they are actually going to reunite fairly quickly. I was kind of worried, or at least relatively quick. I was kind of worried, like, the whole volume would just be them all on their own separate paths, taking hours and hours to find each other again, back, like, in volume 4 and 5. Seriously, they were apart for too freaking long! RWBY Volume 9. Oof, early 2023. I was really hoping for, fall 2022, but early 2023, that's better than nothing. We have a solid-ish date for it. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. And we still have the actual clip to watch after this, so... Yep, okay, that was... Oh, and it just immediately started... Yeah, there's the actual clip. Awesome. RWBY makes a new friend in the Ever After. And again, that definitely sounds like the afterlife. Oh God, I am loving just the animal and plant life all around her. It's so bizarre, it's so foreign. I think even for RWBY, she's really confused because this isn't, how anything is supposed to be on Remnant. She's clearly in some place that is very, very different from everything she's ever known. Okay, that bird just screamed. and yet did not fly away. That was weird. That was really weird. Okay, so she is in a time loop. She is repeatedly going through the same spot over and over again. That is... Again, there's so much just surreal about this that in such a relatively grounded show like RWBY, I mean, I'm going to say relatively grounded. I mean, it's fantasy for sure. I mean, there's magic and the faunus, but even the most powerful magic in the world was only really able to turn Crow and Raven into birds. That is surreal. That is mind-blowing for everyone in Remnant. So being stuck in a time loop like this is beyond that. That would be the power of a god. Only a god could actually do this, and I feel like it's really going to freak out RWBY a little bit here. Yeah, the peckering of that bird is just so creepy. Yay! There's the mouse! There's little Penny! Oh god, seriously. How many times is RWBY gonna freaking do this? I mean, she can, technically kinda sorta fly, so I feel like she's just making some very bad choices right here. Or maybe, try going left or right instead of straight. Just saying. Oh god, now she's crying. I mean, that certainly feels earned. She doesn't actually know Penny's dead yet, at least as far as I know. But still, she's had a very, very stressful day. And wait, actually... Okay, no, she thinks Yang is dead, or... I guess Yang could be dead, because Yang was thrown off the ledge before RWBY was... if I'm remembering things correctly. And then she, fell into oblivion. And then, RWBY fell in after her, so RWBY should think, hey, if I made it here, maybe Yang did as well, but she just really doesn't know. She's really lonely, she's really frustrated, and she's just scared. And that's why the little mouse will become her best friend in the whole wide world. Oh my god, this thing is adorable. Seriously, this little guy is freaking adorable. I love him. Is he gonna talk? I have a very strong feeling this thing's gonna talk.
I could try.
Holy god above. The mouse talked. Okay, so probably not Penny at this point, but... Oh god, I love it. I freaking love it. Oh, this is beautiful. And the mouse is covering his ears because RWBY's screaming. And they're both freaking out. Oh, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful.
Why are you yelling? Do you want to share? Oh.
Oh god, he is adorable, or she's adorable. The voice sounds like it could go either way. I'm not actually sure.
I guess I've never spoken to you before.
Well said, Mouse. Well said. I mean, I was going to say before about, RWBY is mainly kind of a low fantasy setting because things like, people turning into birds are utterly insane to the normal residents of this world. But even when Crow and Raven are birds, they can't actually, at least I don't think they can speak. Raven did speak in one of the comics when she screamed at a child, RWBY, that Summer was a terrible mother, which, there's so much awful about that, but... In the main series, we've never actually seen, them talk in their bird form, so, yeah, a talking animal is weird. Very, very weird. And here the mouse is saying, I've never actually spoken to a you before, so is he just saying, I've never spoken to someone like you before, or is he saying, I've never spoken to a human before because there are no humans in this world? Not sure about that.
What are you? That's a lot of things.
Yeah, I think that really fits with what the description said. Here in the Ever After, Team RWBY will have to figure out who it is they truly are as they face questions of identity. I mean, RWBY is a human, a girl, a huntress, a silver-eyed warrior, a leader of Team RWBY. She's a lot of things, and she has to figure out exactly what that means to her, what she actually wants to be moving forward.
And to Ruby Rose is your purpose? No, that's...
Oh, to Ruby Rose is your purpose. Very interesting. So this is a world where people are named after their purpose, their job. Is this mouse going to be like a fruit gatherer or something? I'm very curious.
That's my name. Little, for now.
RWBY, if reincarnated slime has taught me anything, it's that you need to be really, really careful when you name something. Naming can have a far higher significance than you actually realize. And did she just name this little mouse Will? I need to rewind.
For now.
Or Little.
Would that be up to you? Little. For
Little, okay. That is a very appropriate name for such a little mouse, and oh god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the rest of Team RWBY to be like, RWBY, why is there a mouse on your shoulder? And then him to say, hi there, I'm Little. Oh, that'd be beautiful. That'll be so abso-freaking-lutely beautiful.
How does one little?
Yeah, it definitely feels like this is a world where a name is tied to one's purpose, one's duty, one's job. And that's going to tie directly into Team RWBY's own journey for self-discovery as they try to figure out exactly who they are and what they want and how they're going to stop Salem, or if they can even stop Salem, if it's even possible.
cat ears.
Seriously, you just said cat ears to a mouse. Oh god above. Okay, that's actually a very disturbing topic now that I think about it, because, I mean, let's not forget that, Blake was very afraid of Zwei, a dog, and, simple cartoons tell us that dogs chase cats and cats chase mice. That could be a topic for some very interesting comedy this season.
Sorry, I should have known. I've seen plenty.
I've seen plenty of cartoons. Oh my god. Love you, RWBY. I'm so I can love you, RWBY.
Tunes.
That look like you.
That's, yeah.
Maybe someone in my village has.
Oh my god, there's gonna be an entire village of little mice people. Can't wait. I can't freaking wait.
A few more of these wouldn't hurt.
Oh god. Okay, so yeah, RWBY is supposed to be, trying to reunite with their teammates who may or may not be dead, and she's going to instead spend her time helping Little find some food for his village. That is so RWBY. That is so freaking RWBY. Okay, so yeah, this volume is gonna be something else. It is certainly gonna be something else. I mean, my theory that it was the afterlife and that Little was in fact Penny's ghost seems to have been fairly strongly disproved. Instead, this is a world that is just completely foreign to everything that RWBY knows. It is alien to her. It is a world of insanity and magic where the logic that she's relied on her entire life just doesn't hold up anymore. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That is gonna be so much fun. I mean, this clip was hilarious. Seriously, there was just so much comedy between RWBY and Little. He was so expressive and freaking adorable, and it makes me think this next volume is gonna be full of a lot of really funny moments. Though, based off of the trailer we saw, it's also gonna be filled with a lot of just really horrible, terrifying moments, like nightmare-inducing fuel moments. I mean, seriously, the trailer and the actual clip were like night and day. The trailer was just like darkness and despair, who are literally opened with RWBY surrounded by darkness and despair, and yet the clip was RWBY getting annoyed by basically being in a cartoon where the background kept looping and the mice spoke to her. I love it. I freaking love it. So yeah, Volume 9 is shaping up to be an absolutely freaking amazing volume. I mean, for one thing, it looks amazing. This opening shot of the darkness is beautiful, the island is amazing, and just full of life that is, like I said before, so expressive, so amazing, and so unique, and so different from anything we've ever seen in this series. So yeah, I am super hopeful this volume is going to be the best one yet. Maybe it'll even outshine Volume 3, which has remained my favorite volume ever since it first aired. I mean, seriously, Volume 3 has managed to remain on the top even after Volume 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, but I don't know, I am really hopeful that Volume 9 can stand tall, that Volume 9 can dethrone it. But please, let me know down below, what do you think is going on in the world of the Ever After? I mean, like I said, it's probably not the afterlife, but maybe this is the world that the god of light and darkness made after the Remnant behind. A world that's entirely different and doesn't function on the same logic as Remnant does. That'd be just so amazing to see, just something so alien and different, and see Team RWBY have to react to that. See them have to adapt to the situation and manage to overcome it, manage to triumph, and figure out some way, somehow, to get back to Remnants. Best guess right now is that the God of Light and the God of Darkness are still in fact in this world, are still in fact in the Ever After, and that RWBY can go to them and say, hey, would you mind giving us a ride back to Remnant? I mean, I feel like she'll have to pay, a fairly heavy price for that. Like, okay, but if, Salem gets all the relics, we promise you we will definitely destroy your entire world, or something like that. But yeah, let me know what's down below. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of my future RWBY content. And until then, peace!